This is hilarious and you guys have to hear this. I'm filming this video on the release day of the new boutique Roland synths. I filmed the rest of this video yesterday, so the day before the release of the JD800 as well as the JX8P. I'm totally caught off guard and surprised by this. I had no idea that this was going to be released. In case you don't already know, the JD-08 is modeled after the JD-800 and the JX-08 is modeled after the JX-8P. So these are two classic 80s and 90s synths. In terms of capability compared to the JU-06a, these two synths blow it out of the park. They're the same size, but they have more features and are just more complex in general. But they sound like the JX-8P and the JD-800, so very particular sounding synths. Personally, I can't get enough of that classic Juno sound, which makes the JU-06a my favorite sounding synth in the boutique series still. But of course, it really just depends on what you're looking for and the level of synthdom that you're at. If you're looking for more of a bare bones approach and just a great sounding synth with a killer sequencer, the JU-06a might still be your best option. Anyway, I just wanted to communicate my awareness before putting this video out into the world. And here's the rest of the video. I have gotten so many questions about this cute little boutique JU-06a. That's actually the first thing that I'll point out. There's this convenient little switch here where you could go back and forth between the 60 and the 106. Anyone who asks me about the best entry-level synth or keyboard, currently the JU-06a is my answer. But it's more than that though. If you're an experienced keyboard player, it's a great way to get these kind of synthwave Juno sounds. And if you have zero experience as a keyboard player, it's still very easy to get great tones with a push of a few buttons. In combination with the sequencer, which in my opinion is the shiniest element of this synth. And that's not to say that the other elements of the synth are not shiny, but that's what we're going to be focusing on in this video. If you are peeping with the intention of purchasing, there's an affiliate link in the description of this video. I've also included a hot synth list with other purchase links that you might be interested in checking out. If you take a look and there's something that you'd like for me to add to this list, I'd be happy to do that. Just let me know. A big thanks to today's sponsor, DistroKid. You guys have probably heard of the platform TikTok, right? If you don't know already, TikTok has become the biggest platform on the planet. And when I say biggest, I mean the biggest amount of humans spending time on the app collectively. They recently surpassed YouTube, which is crazy. And DistroKid makes it really easy for you to make your music accessible through TikTok, which is very important now. So more on that later in the video. Let's unpack that example you just heard and we will start from scratch. So we have some banks to choose from here. There's 4 and 8 presets in each bank. So I'm going to find a sound that I like. This should not take long. Have the arpeggio button on so I could turn that off, and it's just one note at a time. From here, if you want, you could of course just play full-on chords. But if you have zero knowledge of chords, then that's no problem either. You could just go to this chord button right here. And right away you have a pretty juicy chord. if we turn off arpeggio, we could play full-on chords or stabs. At this point, my hands are very occupied with playing these parts. If you want, you could turn on this whole button here. A synth wavy. So those are some basics about the synth. Let's take a look at the sequencer now. We'll start off with a pro tip. The first thing I like to do is half the tempo of my sequences so that they are twice as long. So for example, if my beat is 120 BPM, I'll just half it to 60, and now my sequence is twice as long. The reason why I choose to do that is because, and this is a downfall of the instrument, you're not able to chain sequences together. This was a big bummer when I found out about this because it limits what you're able to do with the instrument. Your hands are just very much occupied all the time. Unless of course you're playing something very repetitive or maybe just a drone, in which case it's fine. But if you want to go a step further, maybe not the best choice. We're currently at 60 BPM and this is where it gets magical and super easy. So arpeggio, turn it on, hold on, and chord is on. To start with, I'll just program one note into the sequence. So I'm going to erase this last one and we'll make this one a C. That's perfect. Actually, maybe a low C. C2. Let's go with that. Hold and let's do it. That's sequence pattern 1. I always make sure to save it right away, otherwise when you move to the next sequence, you lose the one you just programmed. Luckily, it's easy to do, so I'm going to press start and hold down the sequence that I just played. Now it's saved. Just to give you a quick idea of how much this is actually adding, I'm going to turn off these 3 buttons and play the sequence. It's just one note. Boom. Okay, and then if I turn them back on, you get this. So my point is perfectly demonstrated. With the click of a few buttons, you get something like this. And now you know how to do it. Let's say that you want to change the note value of the arpeggio. I'm currently set to 32nd notes at 60 BPM. So let's play this. We haven't checked out the other arpeggio settings either. Let's check those out now. Took a very quick peek at the chord function earlier. Let's take a deeper dive into it now. Here are some chord colors that you can work with. the video, I mentioned that TikTok is the biggest content sharing platform on the planet right now. And there's one way that TikTok completely changed the game for artists. You're actually able to allow other creators to use your music in their videos. In fact, some artists have made a career from their music going viral on trending TikTok videos. It's actually a real way for artists to blow up now. So the question is, how do you make your music available on TikTok? DistroKid is always ahead of the game with these sorts of things. When you release a song with them, it automatically gets added to TikTok. You're even able to choose which 60-second segment you want to be included on TikTok, which you could change anytime you want. Maybe you want it to drop at the chorus, the verse, the bridge, anything you want. I've been using DistroKid for maybe 6 or 7 years now, and this is one of the many reasons why I think they're the bomb. If you haven't signed up yet, there is a 7% discount link in the description of this video. Oh yeah, and get over on TikTok. Hope that you subscribe, and also a reminder that I've left Perfect Circuit affiliate links in the description of this video. So if you're interested in purchasing the JU-06a and would like to support this channel at the same time, that's one of the best ways of doing it. Click the link, make the purchase, I make a small commission, no extra charge to you. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you very, very soon.